What a game we have coming up here. A top 10 team perhaps walking right into a trap. As any fan of college football knows, when you go on the road, you never know what you might run into. Welcome to Chestnut Hill, Massachusetts, home of the Boston College Eagles. As we'll see, the number 6 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on a team from the ACC, the Boston College Eagles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Boston College Eagles offense takes the field for the first time today. And we've been really eager to see this matchup, this quarterback against an elite defense. Jesse, what does a quarterback have to keep in mind when you face a group like this?
Well, he's just going to have to be dialed in. He's had a lot of success this year so far. This is a different animal than this defense he's playing. He's got to be really good with his decision-making, throwing it, running it, pre-snap, post-snap. You make one mistake against this defense, David, they make you pay.
Yeah, they're a fun defense to watch, and this is a fun challenge for their defense, too, because it's an elite quarterback, right? Like, they can make you look like you're not as good as you've been all season long, so I'm looking forward to seeing this matchup and who wins it.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Motion from the wide receiver. Second down, they'll go to the air. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Quarterbacks talk about it all the time. They love the clean pocket where they can step up, throw the football. That is not what they had. Nice job by the defense, beating the offensive line, disrupting the timing, and getting a nice clean hit on the quarterback.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands. Boston College lining up. This one away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. He's got great speed. And now the ball is knocked free. And this fumble will squirt out of bounds. So Alabama's offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. And they are led up front by a powerful offensive line that opens up an array of possibilities, Jesse.
No question is the identity of this offense. Multiple players up front that are going to play in the National Football League. This unit is going to be up for the Joe Moore Award at the end of the year for the outstanding O-line, David. They are going to try and establish the line of scrimmage with their physicality.
Man, it's a tremendous challenge with this defensive line because you know that. Like, you've got to be aggressive. You've got to be physical. I've got to take away their ability to run the football first. This unit's nasty. They're dirty. I love it.
Power football with the run. They'll pull him down after a pickup of 5 down to the 23.
Love the push by the offensive line on that RPO play. Look how they just work the single teams and the double teams. You see linemen chipping off of their guys and climbing into the second level and getting a hat on the linebacker. That's why those types of plays are successful.
Turning it on! The change will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. David, that is a great security blanket for a quarterback to have a tight end to make those conversions.
Dang right. Find the big fella on 3rd and short. Dependable, clutch, nice hands, 1st down.
Give to the running back. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Off the bootleg to buy a little space. Got his man on the right. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
Nice job by the receiver on the back end there, too. He sees his quarterback on the run moving, and he just works to get himself open to give his guy a place to throw the football. They're able to connect, and they keep the drive going.
Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another 1st down. The sweet feet buy a little time. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Caught in the backfield. It's Slater. And that's good for the completion percentage and bad for the yardage. They lose ground on that one.
And a great job by the defense seeing the ball come out, rallying to the football, understanding that thing went wide. I'm going to go get it right now. Great job, D.
On 3rd and goal, they'll throw it. Finds a soft spot in the middle. Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on, the defense declined, and the touchdown stands. And the extra point makes it 7-0. So they picked up 32 yards on that drive and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Boston College sending the offense back onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Breaks into the open. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun, the running back has it.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Pulls it on the bootleg fake. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Gets it out fast. They'll get him stopped at the 45, but it's a big 15-yard pickup and a first down. The Golden Eagles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. And the Golden Eagles trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Going to sling it on second down. He finds a soft spot in the middle. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Bringing the heat. Trying to make magic with his feet. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. Everything will have to be clean from 55 yards. Oh, it's blocked. He picks it up.
And how about the push from the right side to be able to get a little bit of penetration, move those guys back, and then just flying in there, laying out, getting your hands on the football, tipping the football, and getting the block.
Here comes that Alabama offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Here's a heat. Unleashes one deep. Intercepted to stop the threat. Trying to take it back. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. So, guys, we'll get another look at this offense. They'll leave it with him. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Here's the handoff. Runs through the tackle. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. Boston College will send out the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. Well, they finally stopped him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. They'll give it to the back. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off. And really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
Back to throw. It's Gideon. Pressure coming. Makes the catch. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Well, one thing you got to say about this guy is he's very, very poised. He knew he had that defender bearing down on him. He got hit right as he threw it. Still, though, it didn't affect his accuracy. Nice job getting that completion.
The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Pass is incomplete, but a lot of contact there. I think it's going to be pass interference and a first down.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's called.
Quarterback making checks. Red pass, it's complete. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. First play of the period will be a second down. From the gun, running back gets to give. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule. It makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Third down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Crimson Tide rolled to that last first down on the ground. Let's see if they go right back to the run. Running back searching for a hole. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking downfield, it's Gideon. Got his man downfield. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going back to the ground. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Running behind that left side. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. The Crimson Tide needs to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line, and that's where they'll have it 1st and goal.
The coaches told us in pregame that they love this back's mixture of speed and power. Listen, he's not the power back all the time, but he's moving so fast that it's hard to get him to the ground.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Wide receiver comes in motion. Here's the pressure. Caught in the backfield, it's Brown. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch.
Nice job by the defense forcing the 3rd and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
Finding it tough to make positive yardage now. 3rd and goal from the 2. On the option. He'll pitch it. He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Alabama! Excellent pass by the back on the option.
Man, this offense has started the season off so good. 1-0 a week ago, right? Now building on it again. Great job putting points on the board. It's still the first half, but this unit looks dialed in.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. BC has the ball back, hoping for a party in the mods. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
When you've got a receiver with his speed, you have got to find ways to get him touches, and I love the creativity offensively, giving him a jet sweep. Just give it to him, let him get outside, use that athleticism to go get some positive yards, and all of a sudden now, that play is going to make the defense start thinking the next time they see him in motion.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. They'll run play action. Caught behind the line. It's Pryor. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Line getting set on 2nd down. He leaves it with the back. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Looking to the big tight end. Pulls it in. It's Toppin. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44. Boston College right back to the line.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7.
Let's go!
Off the play fake. Fires to the big fella. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. The Golden Eagles come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. Wants to go up top. Flips it out on the screen. Absolutely nowhere to go as his defense makes a 3rd down stop. So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. He says he's got a big leg. He's going to have to show it from 56 yards out. It doesn't always have to be pretty, and that one wasn't, but somehow he hooked it just into that left corner. Now the lead is down to 11. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. The give to the tailback. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Looking to pass. It's Gideon. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. On target over the middle. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. Pass completion moves the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on first down. Oh, they're after him. Finds space on the right. Oh, he's got some space. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. Big-time playmakers on the outside. Now, look, Alabama's had great receivers. Ozzie Newsome, David Palmer way back in the day. But nowadays, it's sort of part of the deep. He'll take a shot. zone. Touchdown, Bama!
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play just like he did right there for 6 points.
Handoff to the single running back. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. And the Golden Eagles can really attack on this 2nd and short. Makes the grab on the shuffle. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. Looking to throw for it.
That just really nice catch by the big tight end, throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer.
Look, you want to make the quarterback feel you. You want to get pressure in his face. That was so close, but just a tad late. Free yards. 1st down for the offense after that penalty. Looking to throw on 1st down. And there's going to be a loss on that play. Just run out of bounds and avoiding the contact.
How about the job and recognition by the defense? They knew exactly what they were trying to set up, and they had multiple defenders surrounding that intended target so that there was nowhere for him to go once he caught the ball.
The give to the back. Spins away from the defender. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Right on the money. He's going to be a little short. It'll be 4th down from the 44.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
Boston College lining up to punt this one away. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes that Alabama offense. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
To the air. It's Gideon. Just a short pass to the tight end. Gets it to the 37. Clock stops to move the chains. Alabama pushing the tempo. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
Yeah, and that's back-to-back games this guy's notched a sack. Starting to be a problem. A guy that's diagnosing passes, rushing the passer really, really well. This defense could use this guy's production consistently.
Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Boston College ready to kick things off and start the 2nd half. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They had this lead to start the 3rd quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the 1st half.
Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive. Finally brought down, but what a play. Not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. comes the offense as they get set to take over. Rides the back on the option to give. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it. They'll go to the ground. They keep feeding him in this running game, and the defense is having none of it. It's been that way all day. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Lets it fly deep downfield. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down. And here comes the field goal unit. He splits the uprights. That'll trim the deficit to 15. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you've got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Fires deep on the run. Brings it in down the left side. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Pass interference. Defense.
The officials throw the flag, but the offense won't need it. They'll decline that and keep the big play. Boy, as a defense, you hate to just hand out 1st downs on a penalty. Back to throw, it's Gideon. Under fire. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. Man, you think you've got the defense reeling. You just hit him with a big one. You're going to do it again, and instead, sacked.
Oh, it's a missed opportunity, too, because you deliver the haymaker the play before. You got your opponent on the ropes. You're swinging for the fence.
And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack.
I got to be honest, I don't know if I've ever seen a defense contain this quarterback the way this defense has in this game today. Multiple sacks. They have been so disruptive. Multiple guys up front winning their one-on-ones. You got to give the...
And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. Nice job to make the fair catch at the 16. Make sure that ball didn't bounce into the coffin corner. BC has it back, and the Eagle offense returns to the field. It's always great to get points on a drive, but it would behoove them to try to get a touchdown this time around, Palmer.
They may have to get out of their comfort zone here too, David, a little bit, and just start being more aggressive and take some chances, but that's what's going to have to happen for them to win this game.
Yeah, and when you're losing, obviously everything gets heightened. Everything becomes more critical. This drive is crucial because you've got to cut into this deficit and put some points on the board.
Encroachment. Defense.
So the early contact for the defense, and they'll move it up 5 yards. That last one was just a crushing penalty for this defense. Here comes 2nd and 1. Trying play action. Throws to the tight end. A strike downfield. Speeding down the left side. The 20. The 10. Running free. Going to the end zone, but way back behind him. There's a flag on the field. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw it's on. The defense declined and the touchdown stands. He'll try to tack on one more. And after the extra point, it's a one-possession game, down 21-13.
Big-time rivalry game in the great state of Iowa today. Iowa and Iowa State, here is the very latest. Iowa looked like a program ready to take the next step after a big road win today. This was a complete team effort from the Hawkeyes. Offense, defense, and special teams doing its part. Heck of a showing. All that
He'll take a deep shot here. And this one will be ruled incomplete. Made the catch, but just couldn't stay in bounds.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
The running back has it. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Alabama comes to the line on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Slings it downfield. Complete downfield. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat. The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. Quick touch pass to the receiver. There he goes. At the 30. He's at the 10. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
And the offense punches it in again, and we call his name again. That's 2 touchdowns now in 2 games with still more to be played. I tell you what, I think this guy's name will be called a lot more throughout the season. He's that kind of good.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Boston College sending the offense back onto the field. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon. Offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They clearly found that dude. They score here. We're in for a ball game.
Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
It's a smart decision by the quarterback, but it's a frustrating one also because you're trailing in this game and you know you've got to hit some of these throws to get back in it. But the defense is doing such a good job in coverage. Nobody's open, so you...
Look at that toughness, just running through everybody. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. Just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Pulls it in. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Boston College putting together a very efficient drive. To the air on first down. fire. Turning it on. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. The Golden Eagles in the hurry-up. They go to the ground. Fights through the pile and picks up a couple down to the 16.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Here comes the heat. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Now looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. Might want to muster up that protection. They had one blocked earlier. It's good. Easy call for the refs. They're hanging around here. Leads down to 12. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. SMU has opened up its largest lead of the game in what's shaping up to be one of the more one-sided affairs of the weekend. They're up by 28 over Sam Houston. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Throws for the tight end. Intercepted, just what the defense's doctor ordered.
How about that? That's the... INT for this guy, right? He's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really building trust with his offensive coordinator. First mistake, hey, listen, put it behind you. You've had a great season so far, young man.
Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. To the ground with the back. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point you're going to have to change your thought process. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Quickly out to the tight end. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Grabbed behind the line. It's Toppin. Breaks into the open. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Active hands from the defense forcing that incomplete pass. So here comes the field goal unit once again. They've already kicked 3 tonight. Everything will have to be clean from 55 yards away. And he's got it counted all the way to 55. Never in doubt. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes that Alabama offense. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around. Going to the ground. At the 35, he's open. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
Now improvising. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. You use the play action to try to slow down the rush, make the defense hesitant. In that case, they weren't hesitant at all.
No, they weren't, and it was a nice job with respect to effort on defense. You saw guys engaged one-on-one. They got dudes beating some blocks, lots of speed in the front of that defense, and you saw it on that play.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Pocket breaking down. Can't make the break. This offense, which has been brilliant this season on third down, doesn't convert this time. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. No fair catches here, looking for room. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. BC has the ball back, hoping for a party in the mods. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one, make life easier on this kicker, who is so important to this team.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. And the Golden Eagles come to the line on third and short, trying to convert here. On third and short, they'll try to throw for it. And here's a fumble way behind the line. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
And that is exactly how you draw it up. You get to the quarterback, but you get the football out. You hit him, you try to rake it out. Great job by the defense, getting the sack, getting the fumble.
Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They had to punt last time they had it. Highly unlikely that'll happen here, barring utter Oh, he's got some space. Rustled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive. On first down from the 13-yard line. They'll run the option. Now the toss. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
Well, this defense knew coming into the game they were going to see the option, and they didn't know exactly how it was going to look specifically. They've seen it a few times early in this game. They've given up some yards, but it looks like they're clamping down on it now, guys, and we know they've got speed. They can go sideline to sideline. Really nice job that time. Getting Hats over to the football, getting to the pitch man in the perimeter of the field, and getting him down on the ground.
You don't see offensive pass interference called very often, so usually you know it's pretty blatant. It's pretty obvious. It's a severe push-off or, obviously trying to break up a play so you don't give up a pick, but clear offensive pass interference on that play.
To the air on second down. Dumps it to the back. This time it's complete. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown Tide! The offense wastes no time. The timeout call.
And that's a really nice drive by this offense. They didn't get too conservative. They put the drive together. And now, the biggest thing for me, now the other team has to score 2 touchdowns. And that's the goal you want. You always want to make it as hard as possible. This offense executing in the fourth quarter. Nice job.
Play the analytics here, and you go for 2. They'll move the wide receiver. He's looking to throw. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
Great job by the defense there. They were ready in a 2-point situation to defend the pass. They did so, and the offense now comes away with 6 points on the drive.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. BC has it back, and the Eagle offense returns to the field. This one feels as if it's starting to get away from them a little bit, Jesse.
Yeah, Reese, there's a lot of teams in college football at this point that would just quit. So, David, we're going to find out a lot about this team right here.
Yeah, just running out of opportunities. You give opportunities away like this, you're trailing. Every possession is going to be important from here on in.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long.
Let's go.
Back to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Jamison. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out.
There he goes! Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. BC back to work after picking up the first down.
Here we go.
Looking downfield on first down. Tried to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Takes it on the shovel. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now in his last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. As a head coach, you got to love the fact that your quarterback is dialed in.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Finds his tight end. He'll get it out to the 43-yard line. That's where they mark him out of bounds, and this offense is starting to do a little work. The defense calls the timeout, and that's their last one of the half.
Alabama.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Looking deep down the right side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. The give to the back. Turning it on. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
And this one isn't over because the defense still has 3 timeouts left. But, man, that clock is ticking. and they can just run the football up multiple possessions, they're going to need something magical to happen. They're going to need to start stripping at that football, create some turnovers, and get lucky down the stretch.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
Touchdown, Alabama! And the punishment has been extended.
Another nice drive put together. And this offense through 2 weeks, man, they look legit. This team's about to be 2-0. All of their dreams in front of them. This team looks like a national championship contender.
And it'll be a... The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Boston College sending the offense back onto the field. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You can see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
Boston College wants to play fast.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come over, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
All down at the 39-yard line, but he's got 15 yards on the play and a fresh set of downs. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. They think they can impose their will here with the run to the right. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
The offense will have to use its first time out of the half. Boston College coming to the line after moving the chains.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
They'll try the run. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Almost had the completion, just missed it.
Man, he was open, he had an opportunity, you just got to look that thing. A lot of times guys are catching it, and as they're catching it, you see their heads start to turn to try to think about getting upfield, and they just lose that concentration for a second. Little missed opportunity there for this offense.
They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one.
Really nice job there as the quarterback. Reading coverage, he knew exactly where to go with the football and at what exact time. The timing could not have been better. They get the completion on third down, setting up first and goal.
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Boston College.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays. Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground.